Welcome everybody back to the Critics Corner. I'm Andrew Branca with the Waxahachie Sun, and I'm here with my friend and colleague and movie lover and just awesome dude, Mr. David Dunn with Southlake Style Magazine. How are you doing today?
I am doing a-okay, Andy. Thank you as well. Awesome, dude. And one thing one especially cool thing about this week, I haven't had a chance to tell you yet, Andy, but you're looking at the new assistant editor of Southlake Style Magazine. So,
Golfer clap. Congratulations, man. That is a big deal. Just
thank you, sir.
Don't forget us little persons here at the bottom of the heap here, you know.
I won't at all, but I'm assigning your next story. So
hey, let me know. I'll be glad to do it. Well, it is that time of year again, which was postponed, but now it's arrived finally. That time is Oscar season, and I'm excited. Are you?
I'm very excited. Did not think we were going to get an Oscars this year, considering how dismal of a year 2020 was. But we're here. We're here 2 months later than it normally would be held, but we are here nonetheless. We have our nominees, we have our movies, and this is a very stacked Oscars this year, Andy. Among some of the titles nominated, we reviewed some of them, others we haven't. You and I have both watched Trial of Chicago 7, Nomadland, Sound of Metal, Mank, and there are other titles that I personally have not seen, like The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, and Promising Young Woman. So very loaded year, very loaded stack of nominees, and this is just kind of the perfect time to talk about our predictions for the Oscars, who we think will win, who we think will get snubbed, all the good stuff.
Yeah, I would say, with the ones we saw the majority of them. The other ones were really just either really hard to get access to, or they just wanted a god-awful amount of money to stream. And me and you, since we're poor journalists, were unwilling to pay for that ourselves because A, we're broke, and two, we don't have a nice financial backer that'll say, hey, we'll pay for all this for you. So, here at the Critics Corner, we're just, we're flying under the radar, but we do our best for everybody here.
$20 for a one movie showing. Thanks a lot, HBO.
Thanks a lot, streaming, taking them out of the movies or whatever. I thought this year was very, very difficult because they had a lot of good contenders out there. There were a lot of good movies. I was very impressed with most of the selection out there.
A lot of good contenders, also a lot of obscure contenders, and that's to be expected in a pandemic because a lot of these movies being released straight to streaming. A lot of people didn't hear about these movies until they were nominated. I am definitely one of those people. But you are right. It's a very hard year to predict who's going to win what, Andy. And I think there's no better demonstration of that than in the Best Actress category. This is a category where all of the nominees have basically won one major award this award season. Viola Davis won the SAG Award. Andra Day won the Golden Globe. Frances McDormand won the BAFTA. Carey Mulligan won the Critics' Choice Award. So this is a weird year where all the nominees are in like completely equal footing. And that's so strange because normally you have like one strongholder more than the others, but that's not the case this year. So I'll be honest, Andy, this year for Best Actress, I'm completely guessing. I have no earthly idea. But before I offer my prediction, I want to hear yours. Who do you think is going to win Best Actress this year?
Best Actress. Well, let me get my handy dandy list out here. Handy dandy notebook right here. Exactly.
Backpack. Yeah.
Clues. Wrong show. Okay.
You gotta get those clues, buddy. You gotta get those
clues. Hey, for Best Actress, there was a lot of good performances this year. But I think the one that rises to the top is Viola Davis in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. It's a great movie. I felt her performance was the strongest out of everyone in that category. She deserves it.
Well, she definitely offers one of the more transformational performances out of the nominees, Andy. And I would say, out of all the nominees, two of which portray real life figures, portraying real life people, I would say she is the more convincing. But yeah, when you see Viola Davis in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, she doesn't look like Viola Davis. She looks like Ma Rainey, from the makeup to the costumes to the hair, everything. She's very convincing in this role, and that's pretty surprising given how much of a presence of an actress, how talented of an actress she is of her own. That being said, I'm not as confident as you are, Andy, because one, usually at every Oscar ceremony, obviously we mentioned already Viola Davis won the SAG award. Historically speaking, the Oscars have deviated at least once from the SAG awards. I think Best Actress is the most likely to deviate from the SAG awards, especially because of how unpredictable all the other nominees are. So I'm not as confident as you are that she's going to win, but I think she has a good chance to win for sure. My prediction personally is a lot more out of left field. I'm going to say Carey Mulligan will win for A Promising Young Woman. She is very, very versatile in the film. She is so disturbing. She's so twisted. She is, what's the word? Psychopathic. I don't know what the word is, but she is a very terrifying presence. But what's impressive about her is she also shows her humanism in the same sentence. You understand where she's coming from, why she's doing the things she does, why she's so threatening, why she's so intimidating, why she feels like a venomous snake that has been burned, right? She's just such a great character in that movie. And while both Viola Davis and Carey Mulligan's roles in both Ma Rainey's Black Bottom and Promising Young Woman both asked a lot out of them, I feel like she had more time to shine in that movie. Like, she is just, that movie would not have worked without her. Whereas Viola Davis in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, she's a little more of a supporting character. So I don't know. Up in the air. I'm uncertain. I have no idea. But my personal belief, I think it's going to go to Carey Mulligan. And if she does win it, she will absolutely have deserved it, because holy crow, what a performance.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I think that's an outstanding choice. That was one of the movies I did get to go see. Yeah, she's very methodical in that movie, how she plans everything out. It's creepy in a way. But yeah, she definitely, like you said, she has her reasons for what she's doing, and it was a very good performance. I'll give you that. But I just think Davis was a little bit stronger. I loved Davis in when she was in Fences with Denzel Washington, who is actually a producer with on this film, and he's actually doing a total of, I believe, 10 of August Wilson's plays, adapting them to screen, which I think is great. But no, I'm gonna just definitely disagree with you on that. But that's we'll let the Academy decide, see what's going. But I think it's still a really good choice on your part.
Yeah, we will. You're right. It will come down to the Academy. I do think it'll be interesting if Davis does end up winning. She will have won both of her Oscars, both for August Wilson performances, which I think is really cool. And on the flip side, if Carey Mulligan wins, she will be the first actress to have won Best Actress while missing out on a good chunk of awards season already. So I don't know what to expect. I'm very eager to see how this category plays out.
Well, what's our next category here that we're tackling?
Next category is Best Actor, and I'm gonna go ahead and get it out of the way. I think you and I are pretty much unanimous on this. I don't know what your prediction is.
You go first.
I know what. Yeah, My pick for Best Actor, obviously, is Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Before award season kicked up, I was worried the Academy was just playing favorites with him. Obviously, actor suddenly and tragically passed last year. This is his last role. This is a posthumous nomination. Everything kind of lines up to be somewhat of a sympathy vote. But then when you see the movie, you're like, oh no, he actually really gives a great performance. And he commands the screen in every scene that he's in. I know the movie's called Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, but it's not really about Ma Rainey. It's about Levy Green and him trying to fit into his place in this world that is heavily against Black artists from succeeding. So he was amazing in the movie. He's my favorite to win. I think he's going to win. I feel a little bad for Riz Ahmed because he also gave a great performance in Sound of Metal. Like this, the same year he gives this great performance, he has to go up against Chadwick Boseman. But I do think Chadwick Boseman will win Best Actor, and more to the point, I think he will have deserved to have won Best Actor.
This was a hard category for me to pick who I wanted to win this award here. I mean, you have Riz Ahmed, you have Chadwick Boseman, Anthony Hopkins, Gary Oldman, Stephen Yeun. Just a lot of good performances in this category. I thought Chadwick Boseman's performance was outstanding. I thought it was great, powerful. It really brought everybody together. But just after thinking about it a little while, I'm gonna have to go with Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal.
No. Wait. Okay, explain. Go ahead, explain.
I thought not that I didn't like Chadwick Boseman. Like I said, it was hard. I mean, I thought they were both strong performances by the two, but I just felt that overall Riz had maybe a little bit more dominant screen time. It was more focused on him. And if you look at Boseman's performance, he had two really good monologues in it. And that was kind of maybe, it kind of limited him, I guess. I think I wish they would have had him more in that. But I mean, it was really divided between him and Viola Davis on screen, because there's a good segment where Viola Davis basically gives a similar kind of monologue that Boseman does in the movie. And if Boseman wins, I'm not going to be upset. I think it's definitely Oscar worthy, and I'm not going to be upset. Like I said, it was a hard choice to pick, but I mean, seeing just the level that Riz Ahmed went to do this movie. I mean, most people know him as the plucky little guy from Rogue One and from Star Wars, and just to see him develop and go to that next level where he's you can literally feel that emotion that he's delivering while you're sitting at home. Not that Chadwick Boseman didn't do that, but I just thought it was maybe a little bit more greater, I guess. But that's just me.
Yeah, I think it comes to, I think and it's hard to weigh equally performances subjectively. I will say Riz Ahmed is my second favorite performance. Chadwick is one. But playing devil's advocate, playing, in your defense, Andy, they are kind of very different roles in the same. Carey Mulligan and Viola Davis are in different roles. Riz Ahmed and Carey Mulligan likewise have very nuanced performances where they don't really have giant, overly expressive monologues, but you can tell with the small twitches and small character, fluctuations and expressions that they are in character. It just requires a lot more, totality in them expressing the characters rather than expressing it through dialogue. Chadwick Boseman and Viola Davis are a lot more theatrical. They're a lot more vocal. They're a lot more expressive. Really, they're kind of like watching a theatrical play, and that makes sense because they're adapted from an August Wilson play.
Yes.
But I just think Chadwick Boseman, and I think this is where you and I disagree. It's not just Chadwick Boseman's monologues that are so impressive, because they are very, very impressive.
Over the
But
top, man.
but it's his
Amazing.
whole mannerisms, it's his swagger, it's his attitude, it's this overly confident, cocky, yet wounded sort of kind of way he carries himself that just feels so different. It feels so Levy Green. I disagree with you saying that he was kind of sidestepping the plot in favor of Ma Rainey. If anything, I feel he steals the spotlight from Viola Davis a little bit, which is why I think Chadwick has a better chance of winning than Viola Davis does.
Yeah, I can see that. Like I said, it's they were both great, and it's just it's hard to choose. And I don't know. I mean, I just liked Riz's performance a little bit better, and not you could see the amount of heart and just work that Chadwick put into the last performance, and I say, what a performance to leave people with, being your last performance essentially on screen with his unfortunate passing. I mean, what a moment to leave people with. I mean, it was extremely powerful, and
yeah,
and it was hard. I was torn, but I was like, I think they had both great messages and both great stories connected with them. But yeah, I just that was my choice, I guess.
Hey, at least you're sticking to your convictions. That is the most important part. I do think it's interesting that we both think Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is going to win a Best Acting Oscar. We're just split over which one it is.
Yeah,
that's very
funny. Yeah. I didn't think about it like that. Yeah, but that's funny. But
yeah,
we're thinking it's going to win something. We just don't know which one. And like I said, if he wins Best Actor for this, I'm not going to be upset. I thought it was wow. I thought it was amazing.
It really was an amazing performance. I would say it's one of the top 3 performances he's ever given.
Well, it elevates his status from just an ordinary actor to legend.
Well, I think he was a legend even before this movie came out, but this definitely solidified his status as one of the all-time greats. That has been taken way, way, way too soon from us.
Exactly.
2020 again. So moving on to the next category, we have Best Director. And I'm going to start a little bit here with a criticism of the Academy. Academy, you screwed up by not nominating Aaron Sorkin for Trial of Chicago 7. You screwed up. I don't know what to tell you. You have 5 nominees here. 3 of them I think deserve to be here. The 3 being Emerald Fennell from Promising Young Women, Chloe Zhao for Nomadland, and Lee Isaac Chung for Minari. David Fincher for Mank, get him out of here. Thomas Vinterberg for Another Round, get him out of here. He's nominated for international film anyway. There's no reason to snub Aaron Sorkin in this category. There's no reason. It's just, can you tell I feel very passionately about this, Andy?
Oh, I do. And I have one Oscar snub that I'd like to put in there for Best Director. Would be Aaron Schneider, who did Greyhound this year.
Yeah, I can see that.
I thought that was a very well done movie with Tom Hanks, and I think they got snubbed heavily personally. But that's
and it's always tough because I feel like you can argue a lot of directors have been snubbed. Like I think Darius Marder has been snubbed from Sound of Metal. Like there's arguments for all of them, but for Trial of Chicago 7, one of the most streamed movies of the year, one of the movies of the year that sparked the most conversation, is very relevant to the times, and is just done as amazing well as it did. It's a crime Aaron Sorkin's not nominated in this category.
Yeah,
it's criminal.
I agree with you that. I mean, at least give the guy a nod, even if you're not going to give him the award, I mean, at least put him in that category. But I will say for Best Directing, I would say Emerald finale with a promising young woman. That's my choice. I thought he did a phenomenal job.
Okay. Now, when you say that, do you say that she's going to win, or do you say that that would be your pick?
That'd be my pick. That's my
Okay.
pick. Is Emerald. I thought, as a director, she did a great job. I was impressed by it. I've seen most of these in these categories. The one I really didn't see was Another Round. I believe that's some kind of golf film. Just looking at the trailer with that. I'm not into golf. I wasn't really interested in seeing that. Personally, my favorite golf movie is Happy Gilmore because Adam Sandler hits Bob Barker in the face, and I find that very funny. Yeah, you can see where my standard is really high with that movie there. But I thought Promising Young Woman was a great, smartly directed film. Emerald definitely deserves to win, and that would be my choice, hands down.
It's interesting you say Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman, Andy, because Emerald Fennell is actually my pick to win as well. I don't think she's going to win. I think my personal favorite versus who's going to win is very different things. But if I'm picking on my favorite, yeah, definitely Emerald Fennell. She gives a very wickedly clever story that's very smartly written. The commentary is very biting. The dialogue is electric. The characters, their actions are, you understand where everyone's coming from, and it's very well done in how it carries out. And she also does a great job directing Carey Mulligan. Like, holy crow, I've never seen Carey Mulligan offer a performance like this before.
Yeah.
So if I had to pick my favorite, yes, I would pick Emerald Fennell. That being said, I don't think she's going to win. I think the best directing Oscar is going.
Let me guess. I think the best directing Oscar the Academy is going to pick is the director of Nomadland.
Yeah, Chloe Zhao, obviously, because she's won every directing award this season, including the Directors Guild of America awards. So her win is pretty much assured in this category, which I'm not that upset about. I mean, after all, first Asian woman to win a Best Directing Oscar, so that's cool. But movie's clearly not as impressive as Promising Young Woman. I'm just saying. But
I thought Nomadland sucked personally. It was just it was a B movie. It did have a lot of beautiful cinematography. Yes, it did, but it was a story that had very little plot to it. It was very loosely put together. I mean, you could hire a 5-year-old to put this together, and I think he might have done a little bit better of a job. But
I don't agree with that. I'm with you in that the movie's mediocre. I don't think a 5-year-old could have put it together. Okay, I don't agree with that at all. I will say her writing is very strange. Like, I think she's also going to win Best Adapted Screenplay, which confuses me because the movie's based off a nonfiction book and the movie is fiction. So why wouldn't you just stick with the nonfiction book? I feel like that would have been a stronger tribute. But anyhow, in either way, Chloe does do a good job humanizing its characters. She does a good job getting you to sympathize with Fern and other nomads in her circumstance. So I won't say it's completely without merit, but yeah, in terms of films where I can clearly see the director's fingerprints and their hand in making the film and driving it forward, yeah, Emerald Fennell is way more compelling than Promising Young Woman.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what's next on our list here?
Oh, we are here, buddy. This is the big one. This is Best Picture. 8 nominated films: The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and The Trial of Chicago 7. First complaint, I don't know why. The Academy several years ago allowed slots to fill up to 10 nominees, like 10 movies could be eligible. I don't know why they keep not filling the 10 slots, because obviously Ma Rainey's Black Bottom could have gone in this category. News of the World could have gone in this category. You mentioned Greyhound could have gone in this category. Several movies could have been nominated for Best Picture. But the Academy's like, nah, just 8 this year, make it short. I'm like, why? Just nominate 2 more films. Why do you keep? Never mind. I'm getting a little too heated about this.
Did you need to take a chill pill there, bro?
I ran out yesterday. I have to go back to the pharmacy.
I have some. I can send them over.
Oh, great! I can just drive on over. It'll be right after the show.
Awesome. Well, well, I'm gonna go with my pick. This, like I said, this was hard. There were 3 films that I really was torn. That I really, well, actually 4 that I really loved out of this list. Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, Trial of the Chicago 7, and Judas and the Black Messiah. I thought those were fantastic movies, but my pick for Best Picture is Judas and the Black Messiah.
Really? Okay. That's interesting.
I thought it was a powerful movie. Just absolutely, it shines a light on, a portion of history that people really don't know about. The performances were outstanding in this. You really felt connected to the characters in this movie. And there's there's 2 of them actually nominated in the Best Actor in Supporting Role, which is Daniel Kaluuya, and I believe the other one is Khalid Stanfield. And they were one of the 2 main characters in the movie. And I think, honestly, Daniel is going to win Best Supporting Actor in a role. And his performance is just phenomenal in it. It's a powerful story. It's compelling. It makes you think. It's smartly acted and just it's directed very well.
Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya definitely has very strong chances in the supporting actor category. I don't know why he's nominated for supporting actor, since he literally had top billing in this project.
I thought that was an odd thing for them to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It's the Oscars. Is it supposed to make sense? I don't know. Sadly, I have not seen Judas and the Black Messiah. Thank you, HBO, for taking it off HBO Max, making me pay $20 to watch this crap. It's funny, Andy. My favorite to win is also a movie that featured Fred Hampton, albeit in the background. It is Aaron Sorkin's courtroom drama, Trial of Chicago 7.
Good choice.
I just think it's such a well-made movie. It is witty, it is comical, it is funny, it is dramatic, it is hard-hitting, and it does a really, really great job taking the issues in the 60s and making it relevant for today's age. Like, you look at the riot scenes in this movie, and I'm like, this very well could have been America 2020. Like, costumes aside, this looks like America 2020. So
I would agree with that. That's a good assessment.
Yeah, it does an amazing job using history as a platform to connect to the present. And it's just an amazing film. I want it to win. I want it to win a lot of awards on Oscar night. Don't know if it's going to happen because it's very much the underdog in this race. But
I will say it's one of the few films that Sacha Baron Cohen is in that I actually like him starring him.
Are you glad that his supporting actor nomination, he's nominated for Trial of Chicago 7 and not for Borat's subsequent movie film?
I hate that movie so bad. I've unfortunately watched both those, the original and the sequel. I wrote a review on both those movies, which are god awful. Yeah, I'm glad he got nominated for his role in Trial of the Chicago 7. He's definitely worthy of it in this role. I just can't believe that Maria Belaskovsky got nominated for actress in a supporting role for that horrible train wreck of a movie. If you're watching this and you want to see that, by the love of God, go to your kitchen and smash a melon against your head do not watch this movie. That will be more productive because at least you get to eat the melon after you smash it.
Oh my gosh. But speaking of smashing melons into your head, who do you think is going to end up winning Best Picture on Oscar night?
The Academy is the movie that I think that the Academy is going to basically choose for this award is not the best movie that's out there, but it's the one that has won the most awards, gotten the most accolades, and I think that's Nomadland this year. I mean, it's like you said, it's racked up a lot of stuff leading up to this year's awards presentation, and the Academy has the history of nominating crappy movies for awards. And one great example of that was the 2005 movie Munich, which was nominated for Best Motion Picture of the Year, and along with Best Directing, Best Adapted Screenplay, Film Editing, and Best Achievement in Music Written for Motion Pictures, Original Score. God awful movie. It was just terrible. I remember sitting in the theater with my friend thinking, man, I want to leave. And he was thinking the exact same thought, just waiting for me to get up, and I was waiting for him. And we wasted a lot of time where we could do something a lot more productive with our lives, like, coming up with life goals or building a piece of furniture or working on a car. And we wasted 2 hours and 44 minutes on Munich. Oh my gosh, really terrible movie. I felt that way after I watched Nomadland, where I thought, man, I could just be doing something more productive in this moment, and this is time I'm never going to get back. But yeah, and that was directed by Steven Spielberg. I mean, geez. Steven, really, this movie?
Yeah, I have not seen Munich, so I can't comment on how good or bad it is.
Yeah, don't see it.
I have seen Nomadland. I can definitely attest that it is definitely the more underwhelming nominee out of the bunch. I still think it's going to win Best Picture anyway, for the reasons you described. Been sweeping awards season left and right. I don't know why. I don't know why people love this movie so much. But regardless, whatever. For me, bad movies getting nominated is not as bad as bad not movies winning Best Picture. And that happens every once in a while, and that's just something I've learned to deal with. I will say, if I had to pick between Nomadland winning Best Picture or Mank winning Best Picture, I'm picking Nomadland every time. I have no idea.
No, I definitely agree with you on that.
I have no idea why Mank is nominated. I have no idea why it's nominated for Best Picture. I don't know why it's nominated 10 times. Mank does not belong here, period.
Gary Oldman.
I think you can make an argument for. Mank, no. Get out of here.
Yeah, well, Gary Oldman needs an Oscar. I think that's the only reason why.
He won an Oscar for The Darkest Hour, so we're good there.
Yeah, Hollywood has the habit of rewarding mediocrity, and I think that's what's going to happen this year.
It probably will, but at the very least, let's be glad. Mank is not going to win Best Picture. That's the win I'm taking from Oscar night. Yeah, Nomadland is going to win. Mank is not going to. So
knock on wood. So that's what my thoughts are for Oscars. What's going to happen this year? I'm going to get my tub of popcorn and just watch it on TV or through my phone or whatever, and just I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what they do. 2020 was definitely a weird year for everybody. Just globally, with the pandemic and with everything going on, it was a hard year on everybody.
Very, very hard year, very weird year, especially in movies. But honestly, the win I take away from this is not the fact that my favorite movies aren't going to win at the Oscars. I'm just glad the Oscars are happening. I'm glad we're celebrating film. I'm glad light is being brought to these under the radar projects. And at the very least, at the end of the day, maybe you can branch out and see a movie you wouldn't have seen otherwise. So thank you, Academy, for expanding my horizons. Your nominees still suck, though.
No, I'll agree with that. My films that I like might not get picked, but that happens almost every year anyways, with a few notable exceptions. But I think there has to be a lot to be celebrated in 2020 and 2021. Um, you know, things are getting better. Things are getting a little bit back to normal in some areas. We were able to sit here and talk together about movies, and you know, I was afraid that last year that I was going to be able to do that again. You know, with my bout with COVID and stuff like that. But you know, I'm here and thankful to God that I am. So
Sure. Thank you.
either way, I think you and me and everybody listening, it just comes out on top personally.
Yes, sir. Can't argue with that.
Well, that's going to do it for today's edition of the Critics Corner. So if you have any thoughts, questions, concerns, suggestions on movies that you'd like us to see, or if you'd want to just talk movies with us, feel free and reach out to us on Facebook or email us. Or if you want to give your Oscar predictions, please leave those in the comments below, and we'll be glad to agree with you or disagree with you and see how it goes. So
Yep.
that will wrap up this year's 2021 Oscar edition. So we will see you back next week with a new movie and see what's going on from there. So you guys take care, and we'll see you back here later.
See y'all later. Happy Oscars.